with a slight hunch, typical of a tall, lanky figure. He walked out of the corner single door, the only outline within the bland facade of his house. His fleece lined flannel shirt was oversized, but suitable for the fresh, cold, breezy evening. He waved at the cab, which turned around from the other side of the road to pull up on his driveway, coming to a noisy halt as the scrubbing sound of the gravel against the rubber of its tires ripples through the otherwise lingering silence of the unfrequented road. With a warm greeting, he boarded the cab, betraying the last cigarette he sure had moments before walking out that door. He sheepishly rolls down the window on his side to drown out the tobacco in the freshness of the moist wintry air. The arbor of the trees covered the road, making it feel darker before the sunset. He tapped the rough nails on his fingers to a beat on the armrest as his long tresses swung in the rising rhythm. It was a quick to and fro down the road to the shop next to the town's train station. He had booked the cab to wait for the return trip, so he eased out of the cab and strolled inside the little glass store. He took a second to pick the day's newspaper, then counted his beer cans as if being considerate of the ruffled dollar bills that he pulled out of the front left pockets of his khakis, while the last strain of the daylight slipped out of the big glass windows of the store. Hollering a loud, husky voiced bye to the shop attendant in a tone only permissible between people who have weathered quite a few desolate winters, with few but necessary words that offered slight warmth. He let go of the door, carrying the stuff in a used box, held with the entire forearm and the left side of his waist, unperturbed by this delicate balance as his right thumb scrolled through the contents on the screen of his smartphone. He opened the door with his fingers, while the index and the thumb held the phone. He swooped into the back seat, saddled the box in his lap, and rolled down the windows to intently breathe in the fresh, cold air, enjoying the song playing on the Worcester's classic rock radio station. He seemed prepared to hunker down for a few days until his next trip.